Alright, what's going on everyone? So I wanted to talk about this dupe system that we're getting. I know a lot of people have talked about it already. I haven't actually made a video on it yet, but I'm very excited for it. And I actually think it's a good thing, and I kind of want to talk to you guys about it because I know a lot of people are really, just trashing on it, saying it's a bad thing, it's going to ruin the game. And I actually think it's a very good thing, and I kind of want to explain why I think that, and maybe share my opinions on it, see if maybe I can change minds or see what happens. Now, that being said, for PvP, I don't see a way around this. People who have a lot of money for a lot of orbs, or people who get really lucky on certain characters, are gonna have the advantage on PvP because of how broken the system is, how much of an increase in stats you can get, and really, it's a lot more than you think. Like, what you see here and what you see there, and we'll get to that in a bit, it's actually more, the potential is actually more than that. And I'll get to that in a bit. It's actually really high. But yeah, for now, let's focus on the basic stuff. For PvP, I think they'll find a way to kind of, even the playing field, or maybe not make it as broken. I have faith that they'll do that. I have no idea how, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. For PvE though, it's a really, really good thing because it'll make it toward, not only are you gonna be able to beat stuff you couldn't beat before, like certain Senkaimon source you couldn't beat before, but it'll make things like epic raids or inheritance zones, drop-in zones, stuff like that. It'll make things easier, and you'll actually be able to use characters. Let's say a character isn't boosted in epic raids, but if you have them 5 out of 5, you might be able to use them. So you never know. And it's one of the reasons I'm so excited for this. For this particular example, I'm not gonna read through everything like other people did because you guys have probably already read it, and if not, you've probably already seen a video of people reading it. But basically, to sum it up, you can only increase each stat once. You can increase the stat up to level 10. Once you increase it to level 10, it'll increase the stats as follows: 1,000 for the stamina, 500 for attack, 300 for defense, 1,000 for focus, and 500 for SP. That's across the board. That's regardless of who you have. If you have this Ichigo, it'll increase it by this much. If you have Don Kanochi, it'll increase it by this much. Regardless of what you have, it'll increase it by the same amount. And actually, we'll get to Don Kanochi in a bit, because that's actually, we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, this is what it increases across the board. Now, for those of you who have a 5 out of 5 character, you'll also unlock an extra slot, which will then give you something at random, either a 1, 2, or 3 star of one of the stats. If you get a 3-star attack, it'll increase by 500, 3-star SP, it'll increase by 500, and then, stamina by 1,000, defense by 300, focus by 1,000. So essentially this, but it can vary in strength. And this is gonna suck, but we'll get to that probably. But eventually what you can end up with is something like that. Now, you can see here, this is the best possible scenario right now, is you get a 3-star SP increase on this Ichigo, making his SP increase by 1,000 total, because it's 500 for the extra, 500 for the one that you're supposed to get. So now he has an SP of 1,802. And as ridiculous as this is, it actually gets even more ridiculous. It's just insane. Because in addition to this, let's say you have a golden Yuki, a regular Yuki, and a fortification pill, right? That's, what is that, like 6,000, that's a lot. That's a lot of increase. That's 100 and, that's like 170 increase in SP, I believe. That's a lot. Let me do the math out. Yeah, it's 60 plus 60 plus 50. That's 170 increase of SP. So let's do the math real quick. 1,802 times, let's see, 0.70. Okay, essentially if you had the golden Yuki, regular Yuki, and fortification pill on this character with 30 SP on all of it, his SP will end up being 3,063.4. Now, if that sounds crazy, just wait, because it gets even worse. Because this is going to affect every character, and it affects their base stats. It affecting their base stats is insane. Because what this means is that you can essentially use this character as a link. Let's say you were going into a place that like a Senkaimon thing, right? But you have to use a character that's a holo. Well, you can still use him as a link, and the stat increase will still be 20% of now the new number. So there are, what is that, like, yeah, there are 3 characters right now that, let's use them as an example, that have 774 SP that are heart characters. If you were to link them to this guy, it would essentially increase his SP by like another 3,000 or something. Like, I did the math earlier. Let me do it again. It'll increase it 774. Let's see, times 0.6 equals plus the 3,000 from earlier. Yeah, his SP would be over 4,000. His SP would be over 4,000, assuming you have this exact same setup on all the link slotted characters. I know that's very far-fetched, and I know it's very unlikely to happen, but think about it. Because now, we not only have, you know, a lot of dupes from our years or our time or months or however long you've been playing BBS, we have a lot of dupes, but we also, every month, we get a Frenzy ticket, giving us one of the option to pick from one of 5 Frenzy characters. And if this continues, we can eventually end up with a 5 out of 5 Frenzy Byakuya, or a 5 out of 5 Frenzy Yoruichi. If that's the case, then their stats are going to increase by a lot, and it's going to be super easy to get them. I already have a 2 out of 5 Byakuya, and I have like 2 more sitting on the bench, just on the side, that I haven't maxed out. If we can increase the Byakuyas, the Yoruichis and stuff like that, even the Senkaimon characters, Senkaimon Aizen, Senkaimon Zangetsu, the Metal Exchange character, Donkanochi, that's why I said I was going to bring him back. Donkanochi and any other character who has damage reduction or normal attack damage, strong attack recharge, strong attack damage, any character that has that and it's a Metal Exchange character of any sort or a Frenzy character of any sort, then you can easily get a 5 out of 5 of them and increase their stats and use them as links. This not only affects the character, but it also affects the links, and it'll be super easy to get those links because of how easy those characters are to get. It'll also actually make me push more for PvP, but that's gonna get a bit tougher because of this exact same system. People who have 5 out of 5 Noritoras, or even 5 out of 5 Yachus, or 5 out of 5 Kennys, anything like that, and get lucky enough to get a 3-star attack, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be very, very brutal. But it's also not gonna be impossible because not everybody has that. Not everybody has the money for that. Additionally, you know, new characters come out all the time. They're not always gonna have the money for it. Also, I already have some 5 out of 5 characters that I'm going to be able to use as links now because their stats are going to be ridiculous. You can also use those links on PvP. For example, the damage reduction Metal Exchange characters, which there are a lot of, you can now use them as links and increase stats even more. So it is gonna break PvP for a bit, but what you get for PvE, it's gonna be insane, and it actually makes me really excited because if you think about it, when we got 5 stars, the only the toughest things we ever got, I believe, at 5 stars was just like 5-star raids, because to unlock 6 stars, we really didn't get that many difficult stuff. We got some point events, I think, but really we didn't really get any insane quests until we got 6 stars. Then we started getting boss rushes and stuff like that. And then when that got too easy, they unlocked, you know, the level capped to 200. And then when that got too easy, they unlocked the link slot potions or whatever. So as the game progresses, you know, we're able to do stuff a lot easier, to the point where now, if you have like a 10-10-10 character, quests are pretty easy. And they're starting to get easier because of all the strong characters that are coming out. So it makes me really excited to see what's coming next. I mean, they straight up showed this off. Why would they show these ridiculous numbers if they didn't have some sort of big plan in the works of something better, of some other stronger thing, you know, of some other harder to beat event? Maybe we'll get a Senkaimon event that you can really only do. Maybe it'll be like another 10 floors, but you can only really do them with characters that are this powered up. Now that will lock out some people from being able to do that, which sucks. I get it, it does suck, but at the same time, it's stuff that, you know, wasn't there before. It's just additional stuff that you have to work towards. Like if you're a new character now and you can't beat Senkaimon, It's not really, you know, anybody's fault. It's just eventually you're going to be able to get there. That's kind of the same thing here. Eventually you're going to be able to get a bunch of dupes. You're going to be able to get something. Not only that, like I said, some of the other characters, some of the frenzy characters, some of the metal exchange characters, and basically all of the Senkaimon characters, you're going to be able to get this for. Like, getting a 5 out of 5 special Zangetsu, the Senkaimon Zangetsu, is going to be super easy, and it'll only take 5 months if you really wanted to do that to one character. It's super easy. So I'm excited to see what that brings, and I'm also excited to see what the future gachas hold. Because if you've been playing this game for as long as I have, you will know that what we have right now, which is the mid-month gacha of the Kuchikis, Byakuya's grandfather, young Byakuya, and Koga, that's very unusual that we have that banner for a mid-month and it's double chance. That's weird. Usually double chance are reserved for the end of the month gacha or special gachas like Can't Figure Out World, movie, the manga, or seasonal stuff. But a banner like this being mid-month and being a double chance is very rare, and I think they're doing that on purpose so people have more opportunity to get dupes. And who knows, maybe they'll even make 5-star tickets more accessible to be able to get dupes that way as well. I know I've gotten a fair share of dupes in that myself, which was a bad thing up until now. So I'm excited to see where that leads. Also, with the whole everybody getting the what's it called? The secondary soul trait, it's actually going to make links a bit more interesting as well. I'm sure we'll have a lot of links that are, you know, multi-level stuff. And even if you can't increase the link slot on, like, let's say you have a 2 out of 5 OG Stark who has a strong attack recharge link. Well, you can still increase his SP and choose to increase his SP by an extra 500, and you'll get an extra 100 off of that because it's 20%. That's still an extra 100 SP for a character that you link slot that with. So it's, you know, it's gonna increase the potential for PvE a lot. And they don't necessarily have to give us something ridiculously hard, but they're gonna give us something because this stat's hard. Insane. Anyway, I've rambled off enough. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I know a lot of people hate it, and I get it because of the whole PvP thing, but I personally really like it. I'm looking forward to it. I know this is the internet, so everybody has their own opinion. We can't really fault people for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm super excited for it. And also let me know if you actually do PvP. Like myself, I actively try to get the really good PvP characters in case I ever want to do PvP, but I really don't care about it. Like, as long as I'm below 7, I think I'm fine. Just in case I want to do, you know, an extreme co-op, like a diet extreme co-op. So personally, I don't care about it. I know a lot of people do. But if you are one of those people who just goes all in on PvP, let me know on the comments, because I'm actually curious. But that said, I hope I've helped shed some light on this. I hope I've helped kind of like open people's, I guess, mind. Like, I hope I can, you know, I helped you guys see that this doesn't just affect this, it also affects links. It also affects, you know, links potentials, whether it's in Kaimon links or regular character links. You're gonna get something out of this, honestly. Even if you don't have a character that you really like, that really high level, you're gonna get something out of it. Plus, you know, everybody's already gonna have that increase in stats for the very first thing. You're gonna get one by default, regardless of the character you have. Even if you don't have a dupe, if you have one of the same, you can just already increase their stat by a certain amount. What this means is, any character that comes out, essentially their attack or SP is going to be 500 higher. Just think of it that way, and you're good, honestly. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm super excited to see what kind of quests and stuff we get from this. And I'm super excited to see what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.